Hello, my Brockstars, and welcome to the first episode of Protan Paints. I promised you guys new content, and here is the first one. So I had no plan coming into this one. I thought I'd just watch along with you guys and narrate as I remember details from making this drawing and / painting, and hopefully give you guys some insights. So this is not technically the first one I filmed. This is probably the third one, but I thought this would be the most interesting one. It's a character from a TV show that probably most of you wouldn't know, I'd assume. I don't think it was a huge TV show. I hadn't heard of it until this year. One of my roommates showed it to me. So we are just in the drawing process right now. I like to start, if you saw that, I was trying to look at what a hand looks like. I held it up my face very quickly. This is at, I should note, this is at 5 times speed. The full drawing was like an hour 47. I did not want to commentate that whole thing. I don't think you guys wanted to watch that whole thing. So we sped it up, and I think this is a good speed to be at. But if you guys, in the future, I'm all over the place. Just like listen to my podcast, you guys know I'm all over the place. If this is too fast or you want to see more details, let me know, and I can make some longer videos, or I can put up the full unedited version, unlisted, if you want to watch that in your free time and see the entire process. But where was I? Yes, the drawing stage. This is how I start all my paintings. I sketch it out on a canvas using I don't even know what type of pencil. I guess I should introduce my artistic background, and that is there's not much of one. I started painting in October of last year, October 2021. I made a painting for my friend Sarah. She had painted me a pineapple for my birthday last year in 2020, and she is now moving to Vancouver, Canada, so I thought I'd paint her some avocados. And after painting that, I decided that I actually love it, and I've started painting probably like 3 or 4 paintings a month. No, not a ton. I don't really do any drawing in my spare time as of now, but the plan for the future is to paint and draw more often and like continue to progress. I think I've got a pretty good creative mind, and it's a lot of fun for me, so why not do it if I enjoy it? So yeah, here we are at the drawing stage. This is going to be a very rough commentary. As you know, I don't really want to, it's a 20-minute video. I don't want to redo this over and over again, so as long as I don't cuss or say anything I regret, I think we're just going to keep rolling with this. Yeah. So far, so good. I should note the name of this video. We're just gonna keep saying things as I think of them. Protan Paints. That comes from myself being a colorblind individual. And initially, when I started painting, like when I painted those avocados, maybe I can I'll throw up a quick picture of those avocados. Now that I've said it, I'll add myself a little bit of extra work to this video. But I was very worried about painting it the accurate color, which is difficult for me because as a protan, if you don't know, that stands for protanopia. It's a type of color blindness that I was going to say suffer from, but I don't really suffer. If no one ever told me I was colorblind, I would have never noticed. It doesn't really hinder my life at all, besides making me not be able to be a pilot or like an electrician. Other than that, so I've decided now that I'm just going to paint it whatever color I see fit. I think I'm going to use my colorblindness as an advantage. It's I get to see the world in a way that only 1 in 7 men get to see the world. So I got a more unique perspective than you guys actually. And you'll see coming up in this video when I start adding the paints, I have added just the color I'm using for other colorblind individuals. If you guys watch this, just to help you out, because I know how much in elementary school I struggled. Looking at pencil crayons, I always had to I could only get the ones that said the color rate on it. If it was just a blank pencil crayon that said, the entire shaft of it is whatever color it is, I was useless. I had no idea. The browns and greens, blues and purples, grays and pinks, all kinds of things. I just had no idea what I was painting. But here you go. Here's the completed sketch that you can see, and now we'll dive into the painting process. Before the holidays, I would always start with black. Just kind of like how the black and white outline looked on the paper, but after doing some paintings at home over the holiday break, I've decided that black is actually going to be the last step probably now, because I end up painting over most of it again and having to redo all of this. So it's kind of a redundant step. It is, I think, my most enjoyable step of painting is the final details of adding the black. I think it's it really makes the paintings come alive because I have much of a very cartoonish approach to painting, as you'll see in this video and in future ones. If you would like to see a video on all the past paintings I've done that I don't have videos for, let me know in the comments, and I can throw that together as well. We can go through a little walk through my studio, aka my bedroom, and I can show you the art wall that's going to be added to through the course of this year and many more years to come. I hope so. So here we go. Yes, we are painting the burger judge from a TV show called Undergrads. Martin, my roommate, I guess I should specify that, showed my other roommate and I the show in November, I want to say. I think it was November we watched it. And as soon as this character popped up, I was like, I love this design. I want to do something with it. So I wrote them down in my paint ideas folder, and here we go. So what I'm doing for this one is I'm just on my computer. This is my computer desk I'm painting on that I just threw down an Amazon box to protect my what's it called? My mouse pad and my desk from getting paint on them. And then I just have a picture, a still from the TV show on my monitor that I'm just, kind of looking at and following that as my guide. So still freeform, but not a unique idea. This is someone else's mind, my interpretation of it. Yeah. So now we are adding. We are painting his judge's wig. As you saw, I made gray out of black and white. I do have a gray paint. I bought like a 24 set of acrylic paints from a local craft store called Michael's. Pretty big chain in Canada, at least. I don't know. At least in Ontario. I don't know about the rest of Canada or the rest of the world, but where I live, there's a bunch of Michael's. Ooh, sorry about that. And then we added more white, black, white, because I wanted you'll see in his hair in the final image, there's a little bit of contrast, so a little bit of lighter gray. Filling that in. I wish I had more insights to add to you guys, but I gotta remember I don't have to talk through this whole thing. I can let you guys enjoy the music for some stages and just chime in when I need to. Black and white and black, which, knowing my background in math, I think that's a little redundant. I think I have just created the initial black and white. The additional black and whites just cancel each other out. I'm sure that's how it works. Black plus white plus black. Those two black and whites will cancel each other out. So I just made the same gray I did on the top of his head. And sorry, when I was painting this, I slide it down closer to me to paint things closer to my body. This was I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I'll try my best to keep it all in frame and that you don't miss any of the painting yourselves. I'm always impressed by my ability to stay within the lines with a paintbrush. As a kid, I was never with a pencil crayon, which you have so much more control over than a paintbrush. I was always outside the lines. I was never the guy. They say paint, like, color in one direction. Never did that. I was all about speed and just like fill it in. And what I've learned in my time of painting is that taking your time is actually the key to having a successful painting and having detail. That's the difference that it really makes, is putting time and a little extra care and effort into your paintings rather than just, let's get it done, I'll just fill it in. So here I am carefully filling in all the lines I drew, like all those little detail lines. I'm just gonna paint right over them. They're more of a reference for me later, because I can still you won't be able to see them on camera, I don't think, but using these colorblind eyes, these IRL visions, I can still see those lines faintly for when I go back in with black and color in the detail. Taking my time here now. Finally, I got creative here. I was happy with this turnout. I wasn't sure what color a burger bun was, and I was gonna Google it and like cheat and just say what color is a bun, but I decided to just use my own instinct, and so I thought, buns should be brown. That's my first go-to, but a golden brown. So I took a light yellow I had and a brown, as you saw on the screen. I'm pretty limited with my different shades of colors, which is good because my eyes can only see like 2 out of the 7 hues you guys see. So less colors the better for me. It makes it way easier, and I think more colors would be overwhelming for me, and not really, a lot of them would probably just look the same to me, and then I'd get some confusing drawings. But I think in the future that might be that might pan out and create some interesting things that you guys would see parts of my painting that I myself couldn't even see. Maybe even in this one, I don't know. I think what I see in my paintings is probably different than what you guys are seeing. Not even just like from an artistic standpoint of like my vision and what I want to create, but literally in the physical world, you guys are probably seeing something different than what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing, I thoroughly enjoy. And I like staring at my paintings. I've got them on the wall next to my bed, and I just, when I wake up in the morning, I just stare at them. When I'm going to bed, I just stare at them. So I'm looking forward to, here comes the Meatball Parade. I'm looking forward to, filling this wall and seeing the progression as I continue learning new skills. My sister bought me a Learn How to Draw book for Christmas this year that I've started looking at a bit today. I'm going to start doing some lessons on shading, so hopefully that'll increase my pencil work, which will transfer into better painting work. Then, of course, there's lots of YouTube videos out there for tutorials for new painters. Burgundy. I wasn't sure what a color burger patty was either. A lot of people said red, and I didn't agree. I'm sure there's like there's blood in burgers, but it didn't feel right just doing it just red. So burgundy, burg is pretty much in, burger is almost in the whole name, so that feels like the right color. You let me know. To my eyes, it looks great. I liked how this hand turned out. Hands are very, very tough. If I do end up putting together, which I will, I'll put together a video of my my past paintings. You'll see hands are so tough. I did Goofy a disservice and just chopped one off in one painting because it was just I turned into a light rather than have to try and salvage his fingers, which you can see on the other hand here. I kind of screwed up from the photo I was referencing. I just drew some additional lines that I wasn't supposed to, and like the scale was kind of off, so I just freestyled it and made his sleeve look like a wizard sleeve. That's not normally there, and also his hand seems backwards. That's his little pinky on the inside, because that would be his right hand if you imagine it from his perspective. And it looks more like a thumb. It looks like his left hand is coming out of his right sleeve. But I did my best to kind of fix the perspective, and you see drawing some lines here, try and make it make sense of what's going on, but it does kind of look like his arm is going to be sticking out of his belly, and I'm sure I will pull the painting up at some point so you can see what's going on down there. Just adding in my fine details. This is like my favorite part. This is when I think the drawings really, or the paintings really come together. I like how this is looking. It looks like a cartoon, like a Bugs Bunny or other cartoons if you've watched cartoons before. I'm not going to list them all. But a limited amount of colors I used here. Usually I've done some where that paint palette is completely full. This was a more simple one. But yeah, the black just really, it completely changes the shape of the painting and it like draws your attention to things better. I love it. This is the most satisfying part. Hopefully me talking over this whole thing is not ruining the satisfaction for you. I'm still learning what brushes to use for what. I bought like a couple packs of like fine lining pencils for these fine details, and none of them I've liked other than this first one I bought. I bought like a pack of 7, and I do most of my painting with like this one and then a shading brush, and that's pretty much all I use. So I'm looking forward to actually learning how to use all my brushes and expand my toolbox. That's an abrupt song change. I got the music playing too. That was very abrupt. All the links to the music will be found in the description, as also they are popping up in the top right, but they're going pretty quick, so if you missed them, feel free to check the description for all the links to the songs. You can download them, listen to them yourself if you enjoyed any of them, or if you want to make some of your own videos, feel free. It's not my music. I'm acting like it's mine. It's made from Kevin Macleod, very popular in the YouTube scene, makes a lot of copyright-free music for us. I am one of the YouTubers. I am now part of us, the collective of YouTubers. doesn't look like a very tasty burger. Like, that's a lot of bun to just a piece of lettuce and patty. No cheese, no tomato. Maybe there's some condiments under there. I guess is his blood ketchup? Is that? Oh my god, that makes my my hot dog painting so much more darker. You'll see that in the future. But if blood is, I guess, yeah, blood is ketchup actually. This is canon. They exist in the same universe. You don't know what I'm talking about, but if you go watch some of my podcasts, you can see my other paintings in the background if you're new to this channel and you just happen to stumble upon this painting. Maybe I'll advertise this in some places. Maybe I'll get the confidence to step into the spotlight, should I say. I got a pretty delicate hand. Sorry about my hair leaning there. I was very conscious when I am painting this. I'm so worried about like leaning over and just blocking the entire thing of what you're seeing. Every video I've done so far has turned out well though. This being only the second one I've looked at. The first one I was going to do was a painting I did for my mom. Which will come out, that'll probably be the second one actually. This one just seemed more interesting to me. I think it's a good start. I'm really happy. This might be one of my favorite ones that I've done. My favorite paintings, that is. Back to the black and white and black, gray. That's about the only color addition I know. Black and white makes gray. Any other ones like I don't know what red and green makes. I don't know what red and blue makes. I don't know what any of those other things make. That math has lost me. I guess I could memorize it, but you non-colorblind folks probably just know, like, oh, these two colors just make sense. Like, I don't know if this is purple or not. Someone will have to let me know in the comments. I think it's purple or violet, or it could be blue, but I think I remember using purple when I was painting in this background. This is not the same background that was in the TV show. It was just like a blank wall in the show, and I want to spice it up a little bit. So I thought I'd do some funky colors, make a little swirly, psychedelic background. And again, like, I'm good at painting the lines. I'm proud of myself. Really didn't bleed into the... I should have painted the background before maybe, but no, I think this was the right choice. Yeah, so this is... I mean, the painting's not done yet, but we're getting to the end here. I think the surprise is gone. You know what the painting's going to be. There's not going to be any secrets coming up in these background colors. But this is pretty much what it's going to be. So if you could just leave me some comments down below and let me know if you enjoyed this content. If you're looking forward to seeing more, what other things I should add to this? If this kind of commentary is cool. Do you want me to talk less? Do you want me to try and talk more? How's the music in the background? How's everything, you know? This is my first shot at this, so the goal is to just keep making better and better videos as I keep making better and better paintings. So the more communication you guys have with me, the better I can make things that are enjoyable for all of us. I don't usually get to use these bright colors. Yeah, there's a lot of like blacks. My black paint is almost all gone. My white's barely gone at all, because usually if I do white like I did the eyes, I just don't paint it at all because the canvas is already white. The pink I've used a lot for hot dogs and ice cream. You'll see those. I'm very food based in my paintings, it seems. A lot of cartoon foods seems to be my my forte. I like to try and think of creative scenarios and then paint things just from my head. Initially when I started painting, I was doing things like this, just looking at a photo and then looking at a photo and just trying to copy it. And then that goofy painting, things just started going wrong. I had to improvise, and I found out that that's way more fun, just making stuff up on the fly and just having ideas straight from my head. So a lot of my newer paintings have been just stuff I think of, you know, lying in bed, like, oh, that'd be really fun to paint, or I think I want to paint that. And all those have somehow been food related, because I guess I really like food. So you'll see probably a lot of that coming up in the future. I'm not very good at like realistic paintings. Hands are incredibly tough. You'll see in the third video I've recorded has some very brutally done hands. So, you know, you'll see that. Hopefully there's some hand tutorials in this picture book this drawing book that my sister has gotten me. I'm also not so great at talking. If you've listened to my podcast, I am good at talking. It's just keeping track of what I'm talking about. I'm not great at. Here we go. A bold decision to add a fourth finger there. Was it the right choice? Let me know. I think the one big finger was a weird look. So, but you can kind of see how I was talking about, like that right arm doesn't quite look right. If you just glance at it though, you wouldn't notice. But if you really look at it, it doesn't really make sense. It's kind of coming out of his ribs. But I think that's just about it. Time to sign it as I sign all of mine. Sign and date it. So you know it's an original Aaron Brock. I'm getting really good at signing and dating it. Like, these numbers are clean. And then you'll get to see the reveal of the actual painting side by side. Thumbs up. Great job, Aaron. Not bad, eh? You know, they're definitely different. The burger head shape is different. But I think I did a good job, and it's my interpretation of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. There's more to come. I've recorded at least 2 more. So if you guys like this stuff, I've watched all of them by myself over and over again, so they entertain me at least. So at least I got something to enjoy myself if you guys don't like it. But I think you will. I think this is some interesting content for a lot of people. So let me know in the comments, and there'll be more. I'll try and do 1 a week, really. Every Wednesday. I'll commit to it right now. Every Wednesday, Protan Paints. Tell your friends. Thanks, guys.